Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Power of Three. Hopefully, you're returning. And if this is your first time, my name's Amber. Welcome. We're back with another one, unfortunately, and this is one I previously mentioned it. It's this one's on an elderly lady that went missing in the States. I believe it's around like it's very deserty there, so I think it's like Arizona-ish, New Mexico area. If you're not familiar with it, you can always go look it up. It's Nancy Guthrie. Apparently, one of her daughters is kind of famous in some way. So, haven't really focused a whole lot on those details. Followed it a little bit. There's actually a live going on about it right now as I'm uh, filming this. So, I did get, I do have a, they're saying that the family has been cleared, and of course everything is alleged, right? That comes out here, but I have a feeling that there is involvement with family. So we'll see what comes out. We'll see what the cards say. Again, this is alleged. We're not court and jury here, but we are looking into what would have happened to this elderly lady that was kidnapped, basically, and so far has not been found. So we've got a nice lineup of decks here for this Oracle and Tarot, obviously, and let's just get started with this. It's February 2026. And also, I want to say that for March, there is another missing child, and it's in southern Australia. This little guy's name is Gus Lamont. So in March, we will be doing a video to look into the disappearance of him and alleged crime. Around that dis disappointment of disappearance is what I meant to say. Okay, yeah. Now, we have one to start Nancy Guthrie's reading, and I knew it. I freaking knew it. I just told you. That's why I want to say what my gut, okay, what comes through, just me without doing any tarot or oracle, just intuition, okay, or whatever you want to call it. I just said it. I have a feeling, even though they're saying the family's cleared, she's got two daughters and one's famous. Forgive and you shall be forgiven. Well, right away, that just struck me with a young woman there kneeling down for forgiveness. Okay, so our overall energy for this reading for Nancy Guthrie and what happened to her, and well, maybe hopefully we'll be doing a part two to see where she is. But right now we're looking at what actually happened to her and who's responsible. We're using the heal yourself reading parts for the overall energy. That's funny because we have that forgive and you shall be forgiven right off the bat. And this is the deck that I was called to use for the overall energy. So let's see what comes out. Again, it's, alleged, but let's see what the cards say for an overall energy. Here we go. Discover your life purpose. Well, it looks like the female in the back is merely just listening, like a spectator, while someone else has discovered their life's purpose. Someone else is up front there with their gift, with their talent. Hmm. Where that's headed, I don't know. Yeah, let's see. Our supporting energy is the dark goddess for Nancy Guthrie, missing elderly woman in America. Missing, kidnapped, supporting energy. Please. Okay. There. We have Nematona, secrecy. Discover your life purpose, secrecy. Forgive and you shall be forgiven. I just feel like it's one of those two daughters is secretly um, jealous, secret of maybe the other one. I don't know. I have not familiarized myself with either one of them. So I just know that from the news that one is famous. So what does that have to do with the mother? Well, there could have been jealousy throughout life, all through life. Maybe that the one sister was always favored over her, which, whatever. So we'll just see what comes out in the reading itself. For the main spread, we're using this is called the Illuminated Tarot. For Nancy Guthrie, please. If you have any theories or comments, feel free below in the video in the comment section. Let's see what comes out. This deck is like thick and it's very kind of, you might hear me shuffling it a little bit because it kind of makes a noise. Nancy Guthrie, please. There we go. This is the King of um, Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. It's very cluttered. Um, I'm getting a very cluttered energy. Like there's so much. It's like things are going in every different direction with this king with money. Mm. See, there was ransom notes or messages, ransom messages. Like this was about money, or so it seemed. Let's see what we'll just keep going. For Nancy Guthrie, please. Let's uh 3 of Cups. See, to me it's like there's 3 people involved and they all agree to work together. I think okay. It's like one person funded it, the 2 people carried it out to get the money so that the money could be split between the 3 of them. And one of them is a King of Pentacles. Ace of Wands, the action itself. So we've got everything but air here. We've got earth, we've got water, and we've got, which is emotion. So the baseline here, we've got somebody that'll do anything for money, okay? Um, and that's one of these 2 people, okay? And then we have the overall energy, which is this one. And then we have the action itself, which is what they're planning or what they planned. Let's see what's at the bottom. I'm not surprised. 7 of Cups. See, once the deed was done, like obviously this is going to be very overwhelming emotionally to sustain yourself and keep the storyline in check and your emotions in check with your story, if that makes sense. 10 of Wands behind that. Finding a burden. Look at how it's like sneaky. 6 of Pentacles behind that. A very unfair, unbalanced situation. Okay, now we'll get into the alleged crime part of it. Obviously, we know there was a crime committed, but we don't. It's the alleged part. Really, I want to emphasize is specifically people coming out. That's we have no proof. We're just reading what's coming out of the cards. So this is the true crime deck. So let's clarify what has come out about Nancy Guthrie and her kidnapping and disappearance. Under the King of Pentacles, please. There we go. Debt. So I said this King of Pentacles will do anything for money. They're probably always in debt, always involved in some sort of crime. So it's like a person for hire, basically. Under the Three of Cups, please. Well, again, the cups are emotions. This is somebody is it's based on money and revenge, emotional. It's like this secrecy, this nematona. It's like they feel like they have the right because what's really driving them is an emotional hurt that they feel that vindicated to. Um, okay, there's another one poking out. Under the action, the Ace of Wands, dismemberment, action. That would take action, wouldn't it? And they have been looking like I know that they were looking in a some sort of a I don't know, the word has left me. It's like a drain on somebody's property there. It was like a hole of I don't know if it was this, like a, to do with the water or sewage. I don't know what it was, but they were poking down there with a really long stick trying to, I don't know what they were obviously looking for something, but this does not look good under action. I mean, seriously, come on. Um, let's see what's at the bottom of this deck. I'm scared to look. Mind control. See, somebody has, again, I will revert back to the beginning where I said that, as far as the police or whatever, the investigation has taken them so far, the family has been cleared. Mind control. Hotel motel is behind that. I don't know if that's where she was taken. Um, that's where she's being held now, or I don't know. Okay, so interestingly enough, we are using for the advice on this the Shaman's Oracle. So let's get some advice on what has come out about Nancy Guthrie and the plan behind what happened to her. Um, Motivation, I guess. It's like a emotional revenge. Um, you see, because think of it this way. Um, yeah, you're saying, oh, well, that was her mother. Yeah, well, if they were trying to say hurt their sibling, that's their mother too. So that would be the worst way to, do you know what I mean? And when somebody's maybe that's their way of thinking, well, that's it's not rational or reasonable, but acts like this are not rational or reasonable or lawful or morally right or any in any way, shape, or form. So to be able to explain why people do these things and the logic behind it. Okay, let's see. On Discover Your Life, we've got Forgive and You Shall Be Forgiven, Discover Your Life Purpose, and Nematona, which is secrecy. Let's see what comes out. We've got one here. Hunter of Dreams. See, it's all about them and their vision of how they think things should have been and how they want them to be in the future. Um, on debt under this King of Pentacles. Advice, please, on this reading for Nancy Guthrie and what happened to her and who's responsible, allegedly. Spirit of initiation. Again, this is like a person for hire. So all it takes is, a phone call, the initiation, the word kind of thing, right? That's all it takes. Meet up with them, make the arrangements, that's it. Vote under Three of Cups. Can't make this shit up. Dancer of Lies. Try to get my arm up there as close as I can, but Dancer of Lies is what it is. Clarifying this vote, the emotions, and the Three of Cups. Somebody is. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Dismemberment under the Ace of Wands. The Journeyer. And on to the next one. On to the next job. It's like hired hitmen. That's what I'm getting. These people that actually physically took her don't even know her from a hole in the ground. It's the person that hired them that does. On with the deck. Dancer of Joy. So I said they'll do anything for money. Like that to them is a happy thing because they, you know, get money through ransom and that kind of thing. So um now again there's no clear answers here. There's no as to why or and again I'll do a part two to try and find out exactly where she's at this point, as opposed to we start out with the, who's behind it as much as we can find out. Um, Now, to kind of close this out, which it's not really closed out, but just closing this initial energy out, till we move on to a part two, we are using a deck called Animal Spirits Knowledge Cards. So we're going to see what animal spirit comes out for. It's basically not really to close it out, but this is for Nancy Guthrie herself, wherever she's at, spirit or alive, I don't know, but we'll see what comes out and I will read the full message on the card. February 2026. For Nancy Guthrie, please. What animal spirit would speak to the situation of where she's at now and the answers that we seek? What did we get? Oh, rabbit. Hmm. Symbolism, power, abundance, heroism, seasons, cycle of life. In the Chinese zodiac, the rabbit is the most propitious sign, sorry. Those born under the rabbit are thought to have considerable power. In many cultures, the rabbit is a lunar creature with feminine energies whose outline can be seen in the face of the full moon. Many Native American rabbit myths tell of the hare returning the sun to the sky and restoring warmth, the patterns of the day and night, and the seasons in prosperity. The rabbit in this painting is Caltis, a moon goddess venerated by the Ugric peoples of western Siberia. Although the goddess can assume many forms, the hare is sacred to her. So again, the biggest thing that I'm getting from this is the feminine energy, which is where we exactly started here with forgiven, you shall be forgiven. So, unfortunately, not to contradict any investigations going on, but that's kind of what came out here in this reading for her. We'll see where things lead, because sometimes, they have their strategies as well. So, we'll just see again. This is a legend, so for entertainment only, but it has been interesting, and I will do a part two as soon as I get time to do it. And to take a look at exactly where she might be at this time. So don't forget to hit the like button, guys, so I know you're there and I know that you're interested. And feel free to leave a comment on your thoughts on this case. And again, we have the other unfortunate missing child for March. So look for the part two for Nancy Guthrie and take care of yourself, guys, till I see you again for the next one. Bye for now.